Yeah, well, I think it's, again, I think that dividing the world into interest groups and having them only be interest groups and, giving our humanity away to this idea that we should all be pitted against each other, whether it's men and women, whether it's different races, whether it's different religions. At the end of the day, it all feeds the same type of isolation that you're seeing now, right? It feeds that. It is an ideology that is not about building anything. It's not about constructing something. It's about tearing something apart. So when everybody endlessly talks about how terrible men are or that men are the result, all of these horrible things happen because of men and that, having a man in something or giving a man an opportunity for whatever reason. Now, obviously, men do great in the world, right? So even as people hear me say this, they're going to get angry. They're going to go, no, every president's been a man. But no, the reality is, hearing if you're a young guy, you're a young boy that goes to school and you hear that you're toxic and there's traits about you that are toxic and that you're contributing to a worldview that is unknowingly or that you're inherently racist or that you're inherently sexist, learning that and hearing that and feeling that and everything else I just talked about, this world that is harder and harder to stand out in. It's harder and harder to get something that feels like it's worthwhile. It's more difficult now to carve out a space for yourself, for everybody, But I think nobody wants to hear men talk about it. Nobody wants to hear men commiserate about the difficulties and the challenges they're having because I think a lot of people's knee-jerk reaction is to just tell men, you've had it good, shut up, nobody wants to hear you. That's terrible. These are also the same people who talk about the importance of mental health and how important it is to talk about mental health. So I think we have to stop pitting people against each other and stop, tearing everything apart and start to build things based on values. And the values cannot be just this rampant tribalism of you're a man, you're straight, you're gay, you're white, you're black, you're indigenous, I think we have to build it on values. Like, what do we believe? What do we believe? And then you should be around like-minded people who believe the things you believe in. They all don't have to be the same thing. America is a very big country. The people that live in Malibu, California don't believe the same things. The people that live in Louisiana, that's okay. We're all going to die if we keep trying to convince each other to think the way other people think. There is not a bigger waste of time on this planet than for me to go to people and convince them to have the same thoughts I'm having and the same experience on this planet that I am having. The way forward is to respect people's differences and to create a world where different people can thrive.
And Andrew Tate has shown up as kind of a symbol for that group of people with the Lamborghini and the muscles and the fighting and the money and the women. And that's drawn in a big group of men who say,
Well, I think I've met Andrew Tate. I've had him on my show, and he's very, very, very lovely to me. He was a nice guy. I think what he speaks to, and he says wacky things like everyone does, like I do, like a lot of people do. He's not, again, he shouldn't be a senator. But I think what he speaks to is that desire that a lot of people have, a lot of men have to be respected. They want to be respected, and they want to do things in life that bring them respect. And I think he's preaching certain things that can get you respect, can raise your status as a male. Now, some of those things have negative connotations and some of those things might have unintended consequences. But the things he's talking about, it's easy why young people to understand why they would want to have money and have status and, be in good shape and all these things that are